Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about breast pumping. I thought I would make a video just showing you guys how much I pump within a day. It is 6:30 a.m. and this is my first session of the day. And this is my left breast, and as you can see, it's filled to the top. Usually in the mornings, first thing in the mornings, I usually have a lot. I usually pump the most in the mornings. And this is about 8 ounces on my left breast, so that's really good. And for my right breast, this one is also pretty filled to the top. This one might be a little bit less than my other one, but I don't know, let's see. And I'm using these breast milk bags. I get these from Amazon. It's not expensive. I think it might be under $10. But I also pumped 8 ounces on my right breast, so that's 16 ounces total for the morning, so pretty good. For you guys who don't know, I am almost 2 months postpartum, so I've been pumping for almost 2 months now. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some milk in one bag, and then I'm gonna freeze that bag. I try to freeze at least one bag a day because I'm really trying to build my stash. And I'm gonna be honest, whenever I first started pumping, like whenever I first brought my newborn home, I was not producing this much. So don't get discouraged if you're a new mom and you just brought your baby home and you just started pumping. It took time for me to build this up and build my supply up. And I was actually an oversupplier when I started. And this is the proof that I'm about to show y'all. We literally had to get a freezer specifically for breast milk because we were running out of room in our actual freezer. So all of the milk that you see in the freezer right here is from day one since I brought my newborn home. And I had him on October 5th. So that kind of gives you an idea on how much milk I have in here when I try to freeze at least one bag a day. Now in the beginning, like I said, I wasn't able to freeze one bag a day, but I did have to build my stash and I did have to build my supply by being consistent. That's really the key to all of this, being consistent. Even though I wasn't producing a lot in the beginning, I still stuck with it. I was consistent. I pumped every 3 hours and I did that, and I was able to really produce a lot of milk and become an oversupplier. I wouldn't say I'm an oversupplier now, but in the beginning I definitely was. So I'm eating breakfast right now, and this is also important. You have to make sure you eat because it really plays a part in your supply. And I'm not here to say that I eat the healthiest, but I do make sure that I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And also drinking fluids. I have a full cup of orange juice I'm drinking. It helps to just make sure you're drinking throughout the day plenty. I feel like drinking is better than eating, so if you're not hungry, just make sure that you are drinking something. So I am on my second session right now, and it is 10:30 a.m. And like I said, I like to try to pump every 3 to 4 hours. In the beginning, I was really doing every 3 hours on the dot, on the clock. Like I had an alarm set and everything. And I wanted to show you guys, I have this lamp by my bed with little outlets in it, and it helps me to charge my breast pumps after. Whenever I'm done using it, I always put it on the charger just to make sure it's at a full charge, because I mean that would not be good, pumping and then your pump dies in the middle of you doing it. So I always plug it in and I have it on the side of the bed to be convenient. But I am done pumping, so let's see how much I produced on my left. This is definitely less than the last session I had, but that's expected because like I said before, the first session I usually always pump the most. So for this time I'm actually going to start making some bottles. For my left breast, I was able to pump exactly 4 ounces. So Kenny is feeding at 4 ounces right now, so this is perfect. Usually I'm pretty happy if I can make at least 2 bottles each pumping session, just because Kenny eats so much. He's still eating every 3 hours, so I like to keep up. This is my right breast, and this looks like it might be a little bit more. I don't know, we'll see, but I should be able to make a bottle with this. And I already froze a bag for the day, so I'm not stressed about trying to freeze another one. And I was able to make 4 ounces with this, but I still have a little bit of milk left over, so I'm probably going to get that bag that I had put in the refrigerator earlier and just pour the rest in it. And I know a lot of people like to put the times on their breast milk. I personally don't, because I put several different times in these bags. So I just put the date, and that's what works for me. If you do want to put the times, you can do that. I just don't do it, so don't come for me in the comments. But I am putting my breast pumps in the fridge because I don't like to wash them after every session because that's doing too much. So I'm gonna be using this nipple butter because my nipples are kind of sore right now, and this is good to use after every session just to make sure they're not cracking or anything like that, because that is painful. If you know, you know. And like I mentioned before, it's so important that you make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids throughout the day. I know it can be hard sometimes, but get like a cute little water bottle, or just keep a water bottle next to your bed, or have some juice, because whenever you're pumping every 3 hours, it's so easy to get dehydrated because your body's producing so much milk. I know for me, I had to learn the hard way because my lips would get super dry when I was pumping every 3 hours, so I had to increase my fluid intake. But as y'all can see, Marcus brought me some Wingstop, so I'm so happy about that. This is going to be my lunch for the day. And like I said before, y'all, I don't eat the healthiest. I'm not this super healthy person. I just eat what I can. I eat whatever I feel like eating, and it just counts that I am eating. This is better than me not eating. So I'm not perfect. I just do what I can every day. I was craving Wingstop, so I'm enjoying it. And my drink is a fruit punch, so I am drinking fluids, I'm eating, so I'm doing my part. And I ended up dropping a fry on Kenny's face, so I felt kind of bad about it. So now I'm about to do my third pumping session. So it is 2:30 p.m. and like I told y'all before, I like to put my breast pumps in the fridge after every session because I just don't have time to be washing it every session. So at the end of the day, that's when I'll usually wash them or soak them, and yeah, that just makes it easier for me, because when you put it in the fridge, the milk that's still stuck in there is not going bad. But I am done pumping with this session. So, and as y'all can see, I'm working at the same time, so it's just so convenient having these wireless pumps because I can pump anywhere. Even if I need to be in the car and pump, I can do that. So this is my left breast, and still not as much as it was in the morning, but I expected that. And hopefully this is enough for me to make at least one bottle. So for this breast, I ended up pumping 3 ounces. That is not even enough to make one bottle, so I'm gonna have to use some from the right breast to finish up the bottle. This actually looks like it might be a little bit more than the other breast, so I'm happy about that. So I'm gonna pour a little bit in here just to make a bottle, and that's 4 ounces now. So now I'm going to make the other bottle, and hopefully this is at least 4 ounces, I'm hoping, and it definitely was, so I'm super grateful for that. So for my left breast, it was 3 ounces, my right breast, it was 5. So I am on my 4th session of the day. This is the last session that I'm going to show you guys. It is 7:30 p.m. So I'm pumping right now, and I'm about to heat up a TV dinner, some spaghetti, because I was craving it. And y'all don't be judging my meals. I do the easy meals. I get easy stuff. I don't feel like cooking. I just don't. Most days I don't feel like cooking. Like, I'm up with a newborn all night. I'm tired. I work throughout the day. So no, I would rather just get something to go or pop something in the microwave right now. So this is my left breast, and this looks like more than the last session, so I'm happy about that. So this should be able to make a 4-ounce bottle. So yes, I was able to make a little bit more than 4, so super happy about that. And I'm still using the left breast to make another bottle. So this time I was able to pump 5 on the left breast. So for my right breast, let's see, this looks like it might be a little bit less, but I'm hoping that I can still make a 4-ounce bottle with it. So I was able to make exactly 4 ounces, and then I still had some left over, so I'm just putting this in the bag that I started earlier. Kenny will probably be getting hungry soon, so I think I'm gonna just leave one of these bottles out at room temperature and then store the other one. So now that it's somewhat the end of the day, I'm going to soak my breast pump parts, and I use super hot water. It needs to be steaming hot water. Then I put some dish soap in there, and then I just soak it for a little bit. And Kenny's head was falling, so I had to fix it. But I'm about to just put these parts in here, and I usually let it sit in here for a good 20 minutes in this super steaming hot water, and then I'll get a brush and just scrub it a little bit. I had to put Kenny in his swing because he was starting to fuss, and I just could not get this done. So I'm just scrubbing it off and then rinsing it off, and then I'm gonna dry it off a little bit and then put the parts back together. Thankfully, Kenny is happy now since he has his bottle. But this is going to conclude this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're somebody who wants to breastfeed and pump, do it. I encourage it so much. It takes a lot of patience, but it's definitely worth it. So stay tuned for future videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.